My name is Lisa. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I go live, supposedly right here on Facebook every Monday at 2:30. Might get moved to YouTube. This card that I have right here, this one I made a couple weeks ago as my display sample. And so this one was made using the Whimsy and Wonder Designer Series paper. And we can find that in our little mini catalog. This card we're actually going to do using the Sweet Little Stockings and the Stitch So Sweetly dies. So again, 5.5 by 12. These are 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. These are 1 1/4 by 1 3/4. There's 4 of them. And then this is 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. About 3.5 by 2.5. You can use it with the Stitch So Sweetly dies, you can use it with Stitch Rectangle dies, or you can just cut it to fit. There's all of those options. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Then what I'm going to do is do these slots right here. And so to do that, I want to make sure that my score lines are defined. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in 1.5 inches, and I'm going to go from the 2-inch to the 6-inch. So I can measure that here on my trimmer, and then I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to go 1.5 over from the 2-inch up to the 6-inch. And so that's given me my little pop-outs. Are you following me so far? So that's all there is to that fold. I scored every 2 inches. I went in 1.5 and 1.5 and scored from the 2-inch line to the 6-inch line. And then popped this one out. Then we're ready to go ahead and adhere our designer series papers. So I'm just going to put these here. So these are our 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, then this piece right here is going to be this one, 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. And then these little ones are going to go up here. And I'm going to duplicate that at the bottom. And then we have our piece here. Like I said, I normally do 4-inch by 5 1/4, but because this was 2, 4, 6, 8 on a 12-inch sheet, I have 4 inches left. So I want my 1/4 inch border, making this 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then I wanted to decorate it with a little bit of the designer series paper. And so I'm just going to lay that on the side. And because this is going to be within this 2-inch, it's going to hide it. When I go to stamp my sentiment in the middle, I either want to make sure that I'm right in the middle, or I want to make sure that it's shared off in the corner the way I want it to be. I don't want it to like cut off the head of a dog or something behind there. If I want to add something in the corners, which we totally can, we just want to make sure that they're, you know, visible from the outside. And then I'm hiding my sentiment in the middle. And then we have this to decorate for the outside. So let's get those stamps back. Because he's peeking over something, I'm putting him down at the bottom so he looks like he's peeking over the top. I got a little bit of extra black ink on there. I didn't mean to, so I'm using a sand eraser to do away with that. Color him with a little crumb cake. That was Mossy Meadow. This is going to be Cherry Cobbler. And bring in some Stampin' Blends. I've got Cherry Cobbler and Mossy Meadow. Oh, and I've also got the crumb cake for the dog in the corner. When coloring with the Stampin' Blends, make sure that you're making little circles and getting it good and wet. That's how they blend. There's that for the front. And I think we're done. So there we go. I'm going to go over the measurements again because some of you had trouble finding me because I was on late. So the base of this card is 5.5 by 12. You can find our 12 by 12 paper in the annual catalog. It's sold by Color Family. Right here, 12 by 12 paper in either brights, neutrals, regals, or subtles, or the in colors. But this is our 12 by 12. A lot of people think we don't have them anymore. We do, but they're sorted this way. We don't have the neutrals. So we don't have black and white, which I think is silly. Those are our 12 by 12 paper. 5.5 by 12. I scored at 2, 4, 6, and 8, which left this piece to be 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Got a 1/2 inch strip down the side. Because each panel here was 2 inches, these are all 1 3/4 inch wide. This is 5 1/4 inch tall for these two. This one was 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, and this is 2 1/4. I did the slice on here with my trimmer. I stuck it in the trimmer. I measured over 1.5 inches, and then I have a piece of tear and tape with the backing still on it in my trimmer so that I can read the numbers. And then I scored from 2 to 6 on both sides. So that made this card. So I mean, it looks really fancy, but it's not as hard as it seems. If you have any issues with it whatsoever, that's what I'm here for. Just shoot me a message. We can hook up a quick Zoom call. We can video through Messenger. There's lots of ways I can help you if you're looking to recreate this card and you run into a little bit of trouble. If you can let me know what you think, I would appreciate it. In the meantime, have fun stamping, and I will be back next week with another Facebook Live. Thanks for joining me. Bye.